Paul Finebaum doesn't like Lincoln Riley. So now instead of criticizing Lincoln Riley, he is promoting Deion Sanders.
You have to win in LA, otherwise you lose badly. And I think he's losing badly. And instead of harping on Lincoln Riley, I've decided to come up with a solution. I thought about this the other day. Okay, maybe he does well, maybe he doesn't, but the answer is really moving forward. And I believe the answer after this season is Deion Sanders. He's going to be tired of Colorado because, quite frankly, it's not prime time. He's done well as he can with his son and Travis Hunter and all the Stephen A's and Shannon Sharp appearances, but that's going to dry up this year because they're not going to be that great. But you put prime in Tinseltown, and I think you have one of the great combinations in history. We just got through talking about, or you did, LeBron. LeBron has owned that town as many others before him. And I think Deion Sanders, as the coach at Southern Cal, is the answer to the problems.
Okay. I don't know if he truly believes it, but I respect Paul. Paul has a way of getting headlines, and he certainly did. I want to see if Deion can coach. I don't think that's asking too much. How about he goes through a recruiting class? Maybe at least 3 years, maybe 4 years. Now, okay, you got your son to go there. Travis Hunter went there, but you were at Jackson State when you got them. Now you got to go out and recruit. Now you got to go out and, go up against everybody else here. Do I think him in Los Angeles at USC would be interesting? Absolutely. I just want to see if he can coach, recruit, strategy in a game. Because last year, they were subpar. This year, the over-under is 5.5. And, I mean, would I have brought in Lincoln Riley? No. But then would I bought in, Helton? No. Would I brought in Lane Kiffin? No. Like they've made a lot of mistakes, but you still got to pay out Lincoln Riley. And I'm going to guess that's a pretty big buyout there. And I don't think USC's in the business of going, we'll just write a check and he'll go away and we'll bring in Deion. I don't see that happening. Let's see how Deion does this year. What if he ends up with 5 wins this year? Are people going to be clamoring for a coach who won 4 games in 5 games? Back-to-back years? Yeah, Marv.
So how many games does Deion have to win for him to be a real candidate at one of these bigger schools?
Well, you're in the Big 12. It's not Murderer's Row.
Oh, I know.
Texas and Oklahoma aren't there anymore. Let's be honest. Not a great conference. All right, Kansas State, Oklahoma State, Baylor. You can win these games. It's not like you go, they got no chance. They do. And let's see if they get by North Dakota State to open up the season. I'd like to see him. How about we get 8 wins? How about you're bowl eligible? Let's start there. But I'd like to get 8 wins out of him. Yeah, Marvin.
So do you want him to be like an NFL quarterback? Say if they win 10 games this year, you want to see another year of them winning 9 or 10 games.
I don't think that's asking too much.
I don't think so either.
But, is he just going to hop around? He got there to Colorado and he told us that he's there, for the long haul. Yeah, Paul?
That said, USC football could have a tough season. And last year was bad. This year could maybe not be better. Different quarterback. You start with LSU. You have Michigan week 3. And then there's no real easy games in the Big Ten. There's, mediocre teams you play. But then you finish the season at UCLA hosting Notre Dame. You could start with some losses and end with some losses.
Yeah, but they can win both of those games. Yeah. They can win those 2 at the end of the year.
I think Deion's...
Who are they facing in the Big Ten?
Oh,
aside from Michigan.
They got that back-to-back Maryland Rutgers battle.
How will they survive that?
Keep an eye on that.
Okay.
But they got Washington, they've got Nebraska, they got Minnesota, Penn State, Wisconsin.
Nebraska?
Deion Sanders feels like he could get a newer, bigger job without winning his way to it, though. Because
he created something last year.
Yeah.
Sort of the Kliff Kingsbury effect.
You know what?
Somehow lose everywhere and keep getting promoted.
It's possible.
That's kind of fair. That's kind of fair there. Yeah. Hey, a losing record at Texas Tech.
Yeah, but it was a good losing record,
Yeah.
man. It looked good. It looked right.
Lot of
It looked
coverage.
right.
Lot of
Hey, you
coverage.
want to be our head coach? Sure. Come on in.